Alright, hello. We are starting one turn late. This is Ace versus Thriller in the Pokemon Infinity RU tournament. We have 2 matches left to play. This is the first of those 2 matches. This match effectively does not matter, because Thriller's final match against Fixed Sys will be the one that decides whether Thriller goes through or Fixed Sys goes through to the round of the playoffs. This match is really just to see if Ace can complete his clean sweep of the group stage, utter domination, or if Thriller can make a blemish upon Ace's team. In fact, if Thriller beats Ace by... No, I was going to say there's a way that Thriller could upset Ace's first place placing, but actually no, because of Ace's head-to-head record against myself, that cannot happen. So nevertheless, we're going in with this battle. Fire Blast into the Escavalier switch is a fantastic result for Ace. We see Fire Blast as the lone attack on this Garbodor. It's a pretty good catch-all move. It hits a lot of things. The question is, what on earth does... Well, yes, that makes sense. I think that was a parting shot. Did we see a parting shot? It's quite hard to see what's going on with this extreme speed up, but we'll do what we can. Goggles comes in here. We should expect perhaps an earthquake or maybe a heat crash to try and catch a switch in. Yeah, we do see the heat crash. Does good damage. Look at that. Goes for the roost. Another heat crash comes out. Defog here. So if he heat crashes again, that's pretty good result, because then you can stealth rock on the... Well, you kind of just... It's a bit of a stalemate, really, to be honest, but never mind. Well, we do see the switch there. So in comes Slowking. Probably going to fire up a Future Sight here, if I had to guess. Scald is also pretty free, if I'm honest. Not a whole lot wants to take a Scald on Ace's team. Certainly not this. Okay, goes for a Future Sight. Probably would have liked to see a Scald there, but never mind. Knockoff is also very free here. I do believe there's a Colbur Berry. Yes, there is a Colbur Berry, so that's a safe teleport there. Regenerator will cover the cost of the damages, I believe. And now what are we going to if we are Thriller here? Well, I would say that Monochromon would be a good switch, for sure. You're not going to do much to Monochromon as Pharynx, and you get threatened very heavily by Heat Crash. And of course, it means you can set up rocks again, so this all seems great, if I'm honest. And the thing is, Future Sight comes out next turn. So, and this is the only Psychic immunity on the team. So, you're basically, if you force this Pokemon out, then you are forcing Future Sight damage on something, so I want to see an aggressive play here. Either Monochromon plus attack or Pharynx. Okay. Not as sure about that one. I guess Moltres would have been a free switch into Monochromon as well. So, yeah. Pharynx versus Pharynx. Not the most... oh, Future Sight does good damage there. Yeah, so we see the force switch here did pay off. I think knockoff from this range would kill, which means you're going to have to switch again. Moltres being chipped like that is really valuable. Moltres is an incredibly scary Pokemon in the RU tier. Arguably overpowered. It's impossible to switch in, basically, against Moltres safely. It's got Hidden Power Grass. If it hits its Hurricanes, it's got its Life Orb intact. The only thing that can really switch into it comfortably would be like a max special defense Ego Wartortle. And even then, one Hurricane Confusion and you're having a bad time, so... Scary Mon. To get it chipped like that is really nice. Not sure about the Sucker Punch there. I think I would have liked to see a double. But never mind. To be fair, there's not actually that much to double into. Yeah. Thriller holding their own really well against Ace's team here, not giving Ace many openings. Pharynx is getting heavily chipped down though, so this is probably going to be the end of Pharynx here. We shall see. It might be able to survive for one more switch in, if it makes itself scarce now. But Parting Shot provides the constant momentum. And now with the Culber Berry gone, this is going to do about 70%. Ambush, okay. Technician boosted ambush, doing good damage there. Oh no, of course, the Culber Berry gone, which means knockoff does less damage. So actually ambush is only 5 base power less than knockoff. So, well, it would have done about 60%, 70% either way. Sacks the Escavalier there. I would say Escavalier has probably been Thriller's least effective Pokemon in this tournament. I don't think I've seen it do anything good, which is a shame because it's a cool Pokemon, but it's just not seeming to match up that well into the metagame. Now, what do you do here? I think you have to go into... oh, okay. Mental Herb, interesting. I think you just Thunder Wave here, don't you? Is it worth Thunder Waving? I mean, you're basically sacrificing Liepard at this point. Yeah, I don't know why not. Why not Thunder Wave there? Knockoff was never going to do any damage. And of course, you could just stay in with Pharynx Thriller here and risk the speed tie. Yeah, and gets the speed tie. This seemed like a really unnecessary set of plays from Ace, because if you Thunder Wave there, you're guaranteed to outspeed, so you always come in safely and kill. But going for knockoff just seemed like a lose-lose play. But it's happened now, so we'll see how it plays out from here. Monochromon comes back in for free. It's almost certainly going to set up Stealth Rock. Hidden Power Ground is going to do, I don't know, 40%? Less than 35. So yeah, Monochromron's in a decent position here. I would expect an Earthquake. Yep, and there goes Pharynx. And of course, Aurorus doesn't really want to come in against Monochromon. Monochromon does actually fantastic work against Ace's team. It's going to go down now, but it's done good stuff. It's not going to get up. Did it get up rocks again? Yeah, I think it did, didn't it? Takes that Dragon Claw really well, I must say. Obviously max physical defense on this Slowking, which means it can heal itself up for free. Going to go for Defog here. Doesn't want to get any chip on Aurorus before bringing it in, so Defog is a priority. Skull Burn is very nice. I'd like to see a teleport here from... because I would suspect a switch into Aurorus now. Or not, I don't know. This is tricky actually. Maybe you have to stay in. Yeah, I think you have to just sacrifice... if you're Ace, you have to sacrifice Flygon here. We started a little bit late, so I didn't see the full team preview. I don't have all of Thriller's mons in my head in terms of knowing what's left. So it's hard for me to tell exactly who's in a good position here. It seems like Thriller's doing well, but I don't know how many Pokemon they have. I don't know what win conditions they have left, so... The question is whether Ace finds a safe way to get in Aurorus. And right now, all it needs to do is stall until Future Sight goes off. What it wants to do is lose the... What Ace wants to do here is lose the Flygon to Future Sight. Because then Aurorus comes in for free when there's no Future Sight up. Obviously, Slowking could Scald, but Aurorus has good enough Spadef that it's not going to die to one Scald. The issue is, Slowking won't die to one Freeze Dry. So actually, you not only need to die to Future Sight, but you need to chip this Pokemon. I think you need to go into Garbodor here and get a Leech Seed off. I don't think you're going to get the chip you need or last long enough against this Pokemon without getting that Leech Seed off. Either that or try and get a free switch into Moltres and hit a Hurricane. I don't think Hidden Power Grass would do too much. Moltres obviously pretty strong, but Slowking... Well, it's max Spizdef, not Spadef, so maybe Hidden Power Grass would do enough. Oh, decides to switch. Not sure about that, but there we go. Obviously, the burn means Nova is in a good position here. Won't die to a Dragon Claw. Decides to U-turn. Not really sure about that. I suppose you don't want to get stuck in... Well, Okay, does dice the future sight. So now what is Ace's play? Do you go into Moltres and try and Hurricane? I think that's right. Yeah. Oh, goes for the hidden power. Okay, we'll see how much this does. I don't think it's going to do more than like 60. 40, that's nothing. Goodness, wow. This is looking bleak for Ace now. I think Slowking is probably going to clean up the game from here. You have to go for Rock Polish to outspeed Flygon. But you're not going to be doing enough damage with... Well, maybe you kill with Freeze Dry from here. Icicle Plate is intact. Ooh, this is going to be close. I don't think Freeze Dry is going to do... Well, Freeze Dry might do about 70%. It's hard to judge. Is Aurorus going to be able to clutch things out at the very end here? That is the question. Decides to go into this. Gets the Regenerator. Very, very smart. Very smart play by Thriller. Because now the hope is that you can... if you've got... Is there another Pokemon on Thriller's team? Because if you can send Slowking out now, Scald, take damage from Freeze Dry, switch out again, sacrifice another Pokemon, get one more lot of Regenerator recovery to survive a second Freeze Dry and kill with a second Scald. I think that has to be the play. But I just don't know if there are more than... I don't know what you've got left at this point. I mean, the fact that they're thinking about it indicates that there is a second Pokemon, because otherwise there'd be nothing to think about. Let's see if the play can happen. Ooh, it does a bit too much damage, and Scald doesn't do enough damage. Yeah, that's going to be GG. Even with a switch out here, you're going to die to the next Freeze Dry, so... Icicle Plate is doing its job there. Monochromon gets sacked, but I think this is too much. I think this is too much. It might be a roll, you never know. A roll into a burn. It's going to be close. Oh, it does survive. Goes for Slack Off. I don't know about that. Oh no. Why would you slack off? Now you're dead. You needed to go for the Scald burn. Oh, there's another... Okay, there's another Pokemon. I think we can maybe do this. There is another Pokemon. So you're saying there's a chance. Scald burn. Here we go. This has to be it. Either a roll or a burn. One of the two. Can it happen here for Thriller? It's coming down to the wire. No burn. So I think that's GG. Unless there's another Pokemon that I'm not aware of. Yeah, GG. Thriller says GG in the Discord chat, so that's going to be it. Well done, Ace. Gets the clean sweep in the end. 6-0 into the group stage, heads into the playoffs. And we will find out who is joining myself and Ace and Insurging Arc in the final match of the group stage of this tournament between Thriller and Fictsis. That will hopefully be happening sometime later today or tomorrow and will be recorded and commentated. And we will see you then. Goodbye.